right, so we rolling, we good. I don't like to start interviews with the 3, 2, 1 kind of thing because I feel like it just puts pressure on people like, oh shit, I gotta start acting. And I want it to be as organic as possible. So before I introduce our guest here, I just wanna welcome everybody to another amazing episode of Elephant Pick, where we have the realest interviews, the realest stories with the most interesting people I could find. And this time around, I found somebody pretty damn interesting, Wayne Schneider himself. Before you even say anything, I want to know, because I consider you an entrepreneur / philanthropist, but I want to know what title you would give yourself.
Yeah, no, you hit it on the head. I'm an entrepreneur, a serial entrepreneur.
Serial entrepreneur.
Serial entrepreneur and a philanthropist. Yes, correct. I'm, you know, that my hustle. I'm a hustler, and I do a lot of giving back. That's more of my. It's relatable to the people I deal with. I'm a hustler and I give back like a motherfucker. Actually, just to skip fast real quick, this P, my logo, which is for PCNY, that's what it stands for. Not just when you see the logo, it stands for being a good person, giving back when you can, and hustle like a motherfucker.
Nice.
So that is, you know, what it's about.
Can you explain to people what serial entrepreneur, like what
serial entrepreneur is? You have so many businesses. You're tapped in to so many things, and I don't think it has to, so many different things. For me, it's different things. You know, it's one day I have a body shop here, one day I'm doing construction in Rodeo Drive, one day I'm managing an artist, a painting artist, another day I'm running an automobile rally, and the list goes on. Another day I might be selling cars, another day I could be selling, you know, sports memorabilia.
There's really all over the place.
Yeah, no, it's really like, and I haven't even scratched the surface. There's so many things I have to like really think. You know, I sell jets. I mean, I've done, yeah. So, and I'm really tapped in consistently with so many. If my phone rings, it's A to Z. I mean, I don't know if you just heard 5 minutes ago.
No,
the ladies asked me to go get cereal and bring it to the Florida Keys tomorrow.
There you go. You working.
So
I don't know how you possibly keep up with all those things, but I do want to thank you for, you know, being a guest on the show, and I want to thank you for providing the space. No Limit Auto Body, we're here, and but yeah, man, thank you for coming. I appreciate, you know, getting us the refreshments and stuff.
That's what I do. Sound light.
But I want to talk about your come up. I want to get straight to it. Your come up. You didn't start out with all of this.
No, nothing.
So I want to, and you've had some interesting brush-ins with some interesting people. So I want you, you know, whatever you want to let us know about your come up and the way.
I mean, you got to kind of ask me specific questions. It's gonna be kind of hard for me to just like kind of want to know.
Yeah, all right.
Be specific. It'll be easier. You're a good interviewer, so ask the questions.
I'll be a little bit more specific. What were the defining moments in your come up that made Wayne Schneider the person he is today? When we're talking about your come up.
Come up. Oh, well, okay. We can skip.
Not the blow up, the come up.
Yeah, a defining moment of a come up where I changed my life from. I was living in a dark area from '99 to 2010. Very dark. I also had a job the whole time. I had a day job, I had an office job, so I stayed grounded. I had to have a schedule, but I lived another lifestyle. We'll get to it. We won't get to it, but we'll call it dark lifestyle. In 2008. Someone who I was dealing with on a regular basis got killed. Someone very close to me. Well, he didn't get killed, sorry. He died in a motorcycle accident. And there was all this drama with this money involved because he had these books that got lost and he had other people he had to answer to, and it started getting like stressful to me. Like, I don't want to be, this is too much for me to be involved in this. This is not my life. I'm done. Like, I've been wanting to get out. Now there's all this drama with this money that is because this guy had, you know, because of what I'm doing, you know. Right. Now I'm involved in this drama, which is not bad drama considering where it could lead to a lot of other bad things, you know, not being alive, being in jail, and so forth. And I said, this is it. All the bad things that's happened prior to that, I said, enough is enough. I've already been 8-9 years straight with this, living this life I don't, you know, if my mother knew what I was doing, she would have had a heart attack. You know,
so she never knew?
Never knew, to this day.
To this day?
She has no, I would never,
and you never said anything to her?
Never, of course not. She would lose her mind. It would just hurt her.
Oh, man.
Never knew. I mean, she used to ask, how you have these cars? There's so many, I'm selling motorcycles. I hustle motorcycles. And she would never think anything past that, especially to where it was. But yeah, so that person dying and this whole drama, this money, and I said, I'm done. And I was taking so many losses at the time. I had $10,000 left in my name at that point. It was just a bad 2 years straight. And that was the icing on the cake. So I decided at that point to change my whole life. I want to start a business, and I bought a car to drive people around, and that was a defining moment of the changing part of my life.
So when a friend of yours passed away from an accident,
Right.
that was the defining moment.
Because it was tied into this money that was
Okay. You
owed
lost
to me. I owed out that, and there was a bigger conglomerate of people now that don't have answers to anything because he was the gatekeeper to having everything, and they're asking me for stuff. I'm like, I don't. That's not. He owes me. No, you owe him. This. Like, oh my God.
Yo, people don't get away with that.
Yeah, and this wasn't a normal guy either.
Yeah.
This was not like. This guy was he was a cool guy, but like he really was. I was in it, but not in it the way a lot of people else are. And I was in it because I was able to do it, but a lot of other people that's their life. They don't think about nothing else. I always do this. For now, it was cool that I met people to turn me into this person I turned into when I was able to obtain things I like to buy and own. And so I went from having that lifestyle, having all the cars, the bikes, going out every single. I mean, I was living a life of dark area, and so that guy passed. The whole drama with the money, and I said, I'm out of here. Done. Take the money that I've left after paying back what I owed. It was 10 grand. I put that to, I got a loan. I put the rest to the car, and I bought a Mercedes to start driving basically car service and driving people around.
Amazing. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you lived in the Bronx, or you're
I
born
was
in the
born
Bronx?
in the Bronx.
Really?
Right. I was born
Where in the Bronx?
Einstein Hospital.
Okay.
And I lived on Gun Hill.
Okay, I'm from the Bronx also,
from the
but I'm
Bronx?
from
Okay.
Highbridge.
Okay, Highbridge.
Yeah, so like near Yankee
Highbridge
Stadium.
lit. Yeah, Highbridge lit. I used to go to the Hill on 160. 160. Is it Anderson Hill over there?
Yeah.
I used to deal a lot of people over there. So you already know I was up to no good.
Oh no, absolutely.
I was over there in the 90s.
Oh yeah.
Okay? On the Hill in the 90s.
That ain't no joke.
Nah, and I'm talking 94, 95, going to these buildings, doing
We
what
probably know a lot of the same
I'm sure we
people.
do.
Yeah,
I'm sure we do.
But you also spent time in Scottsdale,
I was
Arizona.
in Scottsdale for a little while. I had a motorcycle accident, and it was like a third accident I had, and I couldn't walk. I had this girl.
Third accident? You can't just say that so quickly.
I had 9. My accidents are crazy. And those aren't defining moments in my life. Those are just blessings that I didn't die. I've had some accidents that
9 accidents in total.
9, and that's why I stopped. Because my 9th accident was on a 2009 R1 in 2009. It was the 9th accident. Yeah, that's actually, you know what? I'm done with bikes. I was like, flip those upside down. It's 666, and after that, I never owned a bike after. And I had a bike from 95 to 2009. Every year, 1 or 2 bikes. You know, if I had 2 because I was crashing so much. Not because I was a bad rider. I was just out of control and just young and dumb and just went with the lifestyle I was living. But the bike accidents I've had, you wouldn't. I mean, I've smacked into cars straight up at 150 miles an hour. You would not even believe. I don't even know I'm here. I don't know how I'm here. I don't know how I'm here. God bless me. I don't know how I'm here.
You sure? You might be a superhero, bro.
Hey, I like that. I never thought about that.
You might be a superhero.
Listen, at 100, multiple times, and not one time, multiple times.
Yeah.
Multiple. I hit my head so hard on the floor I couldn't see straight for 6 months. And I'm not saying this is a joke. I'm not saying that I couldn't see straight as a joke. I had to tilt my head sideways for 6 months because and the doctors never knew what the hell it was. And if they did, I don't remember what they said. So when I was able to drive finally, I was driving like this so my eyes would see straight. And then one day it came back to normal. It was crazy. I've been through bikes. I haven't crashed with a girl on the bike. Imagine that.
Wow.
Imagine crashing with a girl on the bike. That was the ultimate nightmare always. I'll never crash with a girl. That was wild. Wild.
My goodness.
That's a story.
And this is just scratching the surface of things.
Just barely scratching. Let me touch. The girl who was on my bike was my ex-girlfriend from 10 years prior to that. I decided to just call her. I used to like to check in on her because she had a heroin problem. So I used to always check in to see if she's okay. And I was living downtown on Houston Street at the time, and I was bored. It was 2004, and I hope this doesn't get away from like our interview, but it's a good story. It's not a good story, I guess, but it was. And I was like, "Hey, Jen, Twain, how you doing? Oh, what's up?" I'm like, "No, I'm just checking in on you, see how you doing." I dated her in '96, and so just checking in on you. The only reason I was calling her because I was downtown. I want to take my bike for a ride. And she lived in White Plains, so I was like, "Perfect. Yeah, you want to go for a ride? Just catch up, like come downtown."
Goodness.
I go up and get her. It rained earlier in that day. I go up and get her. And I hadn't seen her in probably 5 years. It was the last time I'd seen her. And I only seen her briefly 5 years before that, 99, yeah. And she gets on the bike. We're driving down, coming down the Bronx River Park, which I'm sure you're familiar with. And I'm coming towards like the Tuckahoe area. And I'm driving slow because we're talking. I haven't seen her in 5 years. We're just chatting, but like I'm in like the high gear, so the bike's not loud. And I'm coming around the turn slow, 50 miles an hour. I'm not flying. And there's a car, I guess because the bike is so low and, you know, I don't know, it's not a bright colored bike. the car just comes into my lane. I see him, so I just kind of like get over to the side of the road as close as I can, and he just keeps coming. And the car, and it's on a turn, so it's not like I can accelerate out, and I can't accelerate anyway because I'm in like 6th gear, so the bike's kind of bogging. And I get up on the grass. Now, it rained earlier in the day, so the grass is wet. Slipping. So the bike just goes like this, throws me off the bike. She lands on me. My collarbone goes right through my, like, right through here, instantly. I'm on the floor. I'm like, oh, my God, I cannot believe that just crashed. And this is my first accident, like, at a normal speed where I even though my other accidents, I knew what will happen, but this one was like, I was so pissed because, like, this is fucked up. This guy just hit me. This is the first time I actually got hit. Like, people used to always say, right. It's always the other. People say it's not you, Wayne. It could be the other people on the road. And it was always me before. This time it really was someone else. So I'm on the ground. She's hurt. I'm like, oh my God. She had like, this is back in the days when the girls were wearing juicy and all that. So she had the juicy pants on, a little like string tank top, and like some flip flops. That's it.
So she got scraped.
So we got scraped bad, crazy. And she had no like, she had like big tits and whatever. She had no bra, so her shit is like split. It's fucked up. Oh my so we get rushed to the hospital instantly. My shit's out. I'm bugging out. We go to the hospital. I'm in the hospital. The doctor comes to me. He's like, just want to let you know we had to take it out. I'm like, what?
Take what out?
Oh, I didn't. Oh, sorry. I forgot to tell you. When I met her that night, I picked her up outside White Plains Hospital. But she's always dealing with the hospital because she was a heroin addict, so she was always around the methadone clinics. So nothing even thought why she's at the hospital because my whole life with her was dealing with, you know, hospitals and clinics and all that shit. Because again, she was really hooked bad, like bad. I used to have to go down to fucking Creston and these crazy streets back in the days.
Yo, that still
crazy.
Ain't no joke to this day.
I'm talking about the 90s, me pulling up in the Beamer and her little hot white girl getting out and going cop in bed. And I didn't even know what heroin was. I thought it was good. Crazy. Because she was so hot. She was so hot. I'm like, whatever she's doing is good because it keeps her looking hot. And I had no idea. I thought it was like, I wasn't into drugs. I didn't know nothing about drugs. I was so wet behind the ears. But anyway, the doctor's like, we had to take it out. I'm like, take what out? Like, this guy told me, like, you know, she was pregnant. I'm like, oh my God, Jesus Christ. That was when she was at the hospital getting a checkup or whatever. I was like, wow, this is crazy. And I had to take her into my house after we got out of the hospital downtown, take care of her because she was so fucked up. Next thing you know, she ends up in jail a week later, and it was just,
what?
Like, yeah, it was crazy.
Fuck.
Yeah. Then I was done with her. And then I Googled her about, I don't know, 7 years ago, and she got a manslaughter charge. She's doing 15 years in Texas.
Oh my goodness.
I think like that's
Yo, there's never a dull moment. Jesus Christ. Like,
I don't even want to tell you what I just Googled her recently, and I seen her on like some hooker website.
Oh my God.
And she's like a crackhead, like she's in a bathroom in a hotel with like bottles of liquor behind her. Like, I'm like, I'm like, there's no way that's her. And then I see the tattoo on her arm. I'm like, damn.
That's her.
This is, and not to laugh, I felt bad, but I'm like, it's so crazy. You never know how your life could be. This girl was a beautiful girl, always had all the guys. You know, she had her own money from guys giving her money. She worked, but she had a drug problem, and she never could shake that drug problem ever. You know where she started that drug problem? She was going to the Limelight when she was 14 years old. Down the first Limelight, not the one.
I'm assuming. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit younger.
Yeah,
so I'm
assuming
that's a club.
Oh wow. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
The Limelight was like the club in Manhattan. It was a cathedral on 20th Street and 6th Avenue. It's like a food place now, right by Bounce. You know, Bounces, like right around the corner. Yeah. That cathedral, that church, that was a club. So she got hooked on drugs, heroin there, and continued on. And to see her like that, I don't know how we got here.
One of the many stories that I feel like you're about to share with me.
It don't stop.
I know you got plenty of them. So now I want to kind of backtrack a little bit. You
think your audience like that one?
Oh yeah, they're gonna love it. That's the reason why
I never tell these stories. This is like just strictly my close friends know that.
No, yeah, that's why I wanted to interview you because I know that you have a lot of compelling stories. And as I did my homework, I was like, yo, this guy is full of stories and interesting things that he could tell me about himself. And we haven't even scratched the surface. But I do want to backtrack a little bit, and I want to talk about, now you have a car and a dream, right?
Yes. Okay.
So can you elaborate?
Car and a dream. More? Car and a dream. What a Mercedes. My brother and I did it together. I said, Warren, let's get this car. We bought it was a gray one. It wasn't a black one. It was a little nice. Had white interior.
You said it was
cars.
Benz?
It was Benz.
Okay.
S550 at the time, and it was a 2007. We were in 2010. Cost us like 35 or 40,000. I said, Oren, we're gonna buy this car. Worst case scenario, if we can't build this business, we'll sell the car. Who cares? It's not like we took a lease on a place and now we're screwed because we're paying a lease. And my other brother, this is exactly how the business started. Exactly. My other brother, I have two brothers. He was a physical trainer and he gave our card out to one of his clients. And they were like people that travel back and forth wherever they go. And he gave it to one of her friends. It was this lady, Marcy, and she started calling us. So I was living in Hastings at the time. I'll never forget the first call I got. It was, well, they set up the call. It was it was set up. Hey, I need to pick up at 5 a.m. We're going to LaGuardia from 34th Street to LaGuardia. I'm like, oh my God, this is so crazy. I'm going to pick somebody up right now. I'm tripping. Like, I'm like feeling weird. Like, I'm a good driver and I'm like nervous about driving this person. So I wake up at 3 in the morning, middle of the winter. It was just, I'm starting this business of driving someone. I don't know. I don't even know, to be honest with you, I don't know why I was nervous.
Like, what?
I don't know why I was nervous.
It's not like you've never been behind the wheel.
Because I felt like, right, exactly. But I felt that now this is a job and I'm a chauffeur. I'm not a guy driving a truck for a business. I'm putting somebody in the back that's expecting a certain class of, I don't even know what it was, but I just know I've never driven someone in my life, and I know that's a job.
Formally, yes.
Right, and I just see it on when you see it, and chauffeur like, oh, hey, how you doing? Open door, this, and I was like, I'm about to do all that. No issues with that, but I've never done it before. So 3 in the morning, I wake up, freezing cold. I'm living in Hastings. I wake up like it's no time. It didn't even dawn on me to like, go back to sleep. I was happy. Phone call to go make $40. That was the cost I charged her. Get in the car, drive down to her house, 5 o'clock a.m. She don't come out until like 5:20. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to like wait. Do I charge her for that? I didn't even know what I was doing. I was like, oh, I got a car. How you doing, Mrs. I forgot what her last name was. She gets in the car, drop her at LaGuardia. I made $40, or probably less. Cool. I go home, go to sleep. And I was so excited to get up to go do that because I was like, this is a job. This is my change in my life right now. And it kind of went on from there. We'll get 2 calls in a week. It was pretty much her and like one other person, her and her sister. They traveled a lot. And it went from there to 3 calls a week where sometimes the calls would be at the same time. So now I would tell my brother, we need to rent a car so we could drive the other person. So we would go to Hertz, spend like $400 to rent the car, which was a lot of money for just one call to lose the money.
Yeah.
We didn't care. We rented an Escalade. We were chilling, have the Escalade for the night. We still had a life. And for those first 4 months, we were doing that consistently. We didn't have other drivers. Plus, I didn't want to meet people. And I didn't know how to meet drivers anyway. How am I going to meet a driver? Plus, the whole point was to build the service. You got to know these clients yourself and make them want to give you the referrals. So 4 months go by, I said, we need to buy another car. This renting a car is already ridiculous. Once we rent it 2 times in a month, we're already at a payment, $800. So you got an Escalade. Now we have 2 cars. Things seem like they're going good, slow. And I said, this is just another kind of defining moment of like how I threw things out there and just came back to me. So we're in April of 2011. Now we're 7 months in. I say, Oren, we need to figure out a way to do something different. I just want to do different. I don't want to be the same. We got the Benz. It's nice. It's not a black Benz. We got a cool Escalade. It's all blacked out. It makes people almost uncomfortable getting because it's so crazy looking. But we need one more thing that's really going to get attention for us. What can we do? I said, why don't we get one of those Escalades that look like a jet in the back, like a private jet, kind of like how the Sprinters are nowadays. Yeah. But back before the Sprinters were out, they were doing Escalades. So I go to see how much one cost. To build it was like $70,000, $80,000, plus the car. We don't got that money. I'm like, oh man, why the hell is this? I look at the car, I'm like, why is it like that? And my friend's like, this is what you want, I can build it for you. I was like, I'm cool. Fast forward a week later, a friend of mine calls me. He sends me a link. It's a blue Escalade jet van, jet style. And the car was in Greenwich, Connecticut. So I said, it was on eBay. I said, $120,000. I can't buy this car. I know I can't buy this car, but I said, you know what? Whoever owns that car, I want to meet, because if it's in Greenwich, Connecticut, it's someone big.
Yeah,
it's a private car. It's blue. It's not a car service. So I want to figure out a way to meet. It could be. I know Tommy Hilfiger had one, Ralph Lauren had one, and I don't know who else had one except the guy I ended up meeting. So I just knew someone big. So my whole thing was let's DM these people. Let's find out. So I send a message. Hey, how you doing? I'm interested in your Escalade. Okay, well if you want to see it, you can set up an appointment. We'll be on 15 West 38th Street. I remember this like back in my head. 1 p.m. You come see it. So I roll up with my brother. The car's there. I'm in sweatpants. My brother's in sweatpants. He had a broken leg at the time. I talk to the driver, look at the car. It's amazing. We're inside. I'm like, wow, this is just so sick. It has a fax machine in it. You got these 2 captain chairs, raised roof, all beautiful wood, like just sick. I'm like, oh, this is like, wow, this is so crazy. Like, wow, I wish I did. This is like, oh, I want to be this guy that's getting in this car.
Yeah.
So I asked the driver, I said, who's the owner? I'm like, who the hell is he? He said, oh, his name's Richard Baker. I'm like, who's that? He said, oh, he owns Lord & Taylor. I'm like, oh, we're at Lord & Taylor.
Wow.
I'm like, oh, shit. He also owns Hudson Bay. That's a bigger thing than Lord & Taylor. He just bought this Lord & Taylor. I'm like, okay. Cool. He comes out, short guy, a little older than me. So, hey guys, suit, tie. Hey, how do you like it? I'm like, I love it. He goes, oh, so you're buying it? I'm like, yeah, no, we can't afford it. He goes, I'll tell you what, I swear on everything this happened. So $120,000, I'll give you a loan for $120,000 right now. You give me a down payment, you take it. I'm like, man, this is crazy. Why is this guy? I swear on everything. This is crazy. I said, Mr. Baker, appreciate it, but I can't afford $120,000. I can't. He goes, well, make an offer. I said, well, I don't want to make an offer. It's going to disrespect you. He goes, just make an offer. I said, well, listen, if you told me yes, I would figure out a way to get this money. If you said yes to $50,000, you said you're not going to get offended, I would find a way to find $50,000. He goes, I can't do $50,000. Give me 90. I said, I don't even want to pay 90. It's crazy. So my brother goes, we'll give you 70 and we'll give you 20,000 in car service to pay the difference. He goes, deal. Next day we go to his other office and purchase, sign all his paperwork. We get the truck, give him the money. 3 months go by. I haven't done one job for him. I'm like, I want to pay this guy. I want to give him, and the reason why we did this was to network with him anyway. Fuck the 20 grand I got. I wanted to like get around this dude. Because again, I'm just trying to build a business. We're just trying to build a business. So I call his assistant. I'm like, hey, this is Wayne. I'm the guy that bought the truck. It's been 3 months. You guys haven't called me. She goes, okay, I'm sorry. I forgot. You know, he's busy. This guy's a millionaire. You don't care about me and owing him 20 grand. He's cool. He got rid of the car. Headache's done. I mean, he gave me the title and everything before I even paid him off. Like, he didn't care.
Usually people would just run out.
This is on the street. And this is a guy you had like 10 assistants to get to him. You Google his name when we're done. Richard Baker. You like, oh, this is crazy. This guy owns Saks. He owns Harrods. He owns a lot of, like, he's heavy. So she goes, okay, you start driving him to the airport. He would fly to Canada twice a week because that was where his main office was in Canada. And he had a jet, a G4, which he'd jump on himself twice a week, 2 times. You go there in the morning, come back at night. So I would drive, pick him up at 5 a.m. for $100. I would leave Yonkers, drive all the way up to Greenwich, Connecticut. He lived in Conyers Farms. And I would drive him to HPN, which is Westchester Airport, drop him off, and then come back and get him at 5 o'clock later. And I had to do that until I worked down the 20 grand. By the time I worked down the 20 grand, me and this guy had a great relationship. We weren't best friends because we just wasn't like a relationship that turned friends. I'm sure you have guys you do business with now, probably your best friends.
Yeah.
This wasn't one of those. But I learned so much from being around him and just listening to him on the phone and just his work ethic and also the inspiration to see how high you could really go and how much is out there by watching how this guy moves. So got to a point where I would pick him up in the morning. This guy would come out of his underwear and, hey, Wayne, I'm making a coffee for you. This is a guy, it was crazy. Trust me, I'm blown away by this. Blown away. I ended up getting the Saks contract for car service, the Lord & Taylor contract for car service. I was doing so much other stuff with his family, and just another way of how we were growing our business.
It's crazy because it's kind of like, yo, you met the plug super early. Like,
super early.
You know, like, I'm sure you know how difficult it is to meet the plug. So it's just...
To get to a 1% is like impossible.
Yeah, and what it makes me feel like, you know, especially with the car story that the motorcycle story you told me, it's like purpose. You know, I feel like all of this stuff, if it doesn't register in your head, like, yo, I'm here for a reason.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know what.
Yeah, listen, I was young when I was on the motorcycle, so I never thought like that, but by the time that 9th accident came, I thought like that, so I'm done. I'm not even putting myself at risk anymore. You didn't think about it from the 4th accident? Nah, I was so addicted to motorcycles, it didn't matter. I was just like, I'm supposed to be here. I wouldn't expect myself to die.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I just was young and wild, and I didn't, you know, you're young. I was young. But the 9th one, I'm like, I'm done. I gotta respect my life. This is like crazy.
That's a fact. Now, PCNY, when did that actual name come about?
I'll tell you when it came about. I joined this rally. It was called Gold Rush in 2013-14. And the guy, I sponsored it. It was a fortune to sponsor. And he's like, oh, what do you want for your stickers on the car? When you sponsor it, you put your stickers on the car. The Gold Rush rally is an exotic car rally. You drive from one place to another, this one was from Vegas to New York. And it was a dream of mine always to do that. I did it with my friend Dave. We had a black Lamborghini, like Cannonball Run. I'm sure you're familiar with that movie. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was like a dream. Oh my God, black Lamborghini driving across the country was amazing. So I sponsored it, and my logos were on the car. The owner's like, what's the name of your company? I'm like, nah, just put the P. He's like, yeah, but nobody knows who you are. I'm like, yeah, but I hate the name of my company, Precision Concierge. Like, it looks so boring. Like, whatever, put the name. Who cares? So later that year, I connected with this guy, Derek G. He's a photographer in Miami. And he goes, yo, bro, you got to switch up to Precision Concierge. Why don't you just call yourself like PCNY or something? I'm like, all right, it makes sense. I don't really like that, whatever. And then it became PCNY. And then nobody even knows what the hell Precision Concierge is except my car service people, because when we email them on all the paperwork, it's Precision Concierge, nicey. And those people have no clue about what PCNY really is or any of the stuff I do past car service unless they're on Instagram. And that's how PCNY got the name itself.
So it kind of just happened.
Yeah, you know, people said, Wayne, that name's not good. I already knew it wasn't good. Just from when I didn't want to put it on the car. I just wanted my logo on the car. Now, my logo, I don't mind if it says PCNY underneath it, but at this point, for the most part, I don't really need it. Of course, so much, 95% of the world has no, or 99% probably has no clue what PCNY is, but enough that my logo is good enough that I'm cool.
So you do so many different things, like we discussed before. You do auto body work here, correct?
Correct.
You also have the rallies. And you just explained, for those people that don't know what rallies are, that's pretty much when a whole bunch of cars get together and just travel from one place to another. Correct. Or can you correct me?
Well, there's a lot more to it, but yeah, that's the essence of it.
The layman,
right. So in a little detail, to put it quick, I'll have a rally that I organize. So let's just say one of my biggest ones, it was from Dallas to Oklahoma City to Denver to Utah to Vegas to LA. So we start in Dallas. You have to sign up, you have to pay. That rally is $11,000 per car. And you ship your car down, and then my brother and I, who are partners in this, we organize this whole route. We drive it before people get there. We stop at each hotel. We pick the hotels we want to stay in. We pick the restaurants we want to go out at night. We pick the clubs we want to go to. So every night you have a full night from going to the best hotel in whatever city it is. We pull the buses out. Now we're going to the best clubs. She's been on a rally. She kind of gets the idea behind it.
Shouts to Abby.
Shouts to Abby, sure. She was a quick one, but it was a rally. And it's all like-minded people that love cars, but these people are anything from a doctor to a restaurant owner to construction people to developers to even guys that manage, dealerships that are able to afford these cars. And so every night is a different whole situation. You go crazy. It really is like just a ridiculous thing you're doing. You're spending a lot of money to put miles in your car and just partying and having fun. Okay. And you go state to state doing that every night.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm just trying to put it in like a way that I would understand, since I work in the nightlife and I DJ. It's like a bar crawl, but with some fly-ass cars.
Yeah, perfect, yes. State to state.
State to state.
Ripping each day.
Wow, and you said you have, how many of these rallies do you host yourself?
At this point, so I do two big charity rallies here. I do my book bag drive and I do my turkey drive. And then I was doing something called the PC Blast, which my brother and I started, and that went for about 4 years. So we did 2 PC Blasts a year, 2 of the other. So we did about 4 big rallies a year. There's a lot of divorces happen because of these rallies, mine included. So I had to chill out on my rallies, and I kind of partnered up with someone else who doesn't want to do things the way I was doing things. He does it a little differently, and less people got in trouble. Okay? So I've been doing it with this guy named Rob, and it's called Rally to the Race now versus PC Blast. And we do miss the PC Blast, but again, too many marriages down the tubes because of that.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ. All right, so we got the rallies, we got the auto body stuff, we have PCNY in the streets.
Yes.
And that's something that as soon as you think of PCNY, right after people think about PCNY in the streets. Now I want to know how that developed. How did that come about?
Exactly how it developed. It actually started because of rallies. I'm gonna give you the beginning story.
So shouts to everybody that got divorced. You were part of the creation of.
Right. Shouts to all the people also got married because of the rally, have babies because of the rally. There's also good stories.
PCNY matchmaking.
Yeah, matchmaking. Hey, listen. Just I mean,
let's get it.
I mean, there's good and the bad. And the people that got divorced, me, one of them, it happened.
That's
part of life.
That life wasn't meant for you.
I mean, I'm back with my wife, so that's all right. But,
So so you have PCNY in the streets, right. And do you want to give us
how it started?
Give us how it started.
This is exactly how it started. I threw a rally in New York. It was a car rally for fun, local. We started in, you'll know this, we started in Queens in Astoria one night and started in a place called Riviera's. And then the next day,
Riviera's.
Right, I woke up late to my own rally because it was just going crazy. I mean, we're 3:55 at night, get more bottles. It was that type of I have 70 friends with me inside. So when you do these rallies, you're rolling 70, 80 deep with people, which is not too often you walk in the club 80 deep.
Yeah.
And so it's just people what the hell? It's hard enough to even do a deal to get 80 people in the club, especially when it's majority guys.
That's a fact.
Yeah, so that's a lot of the hard things when you do these rallies, just even organize. 80 guys come into a club? Absolutely not. How much we have to spend? And then we finally get in, it's wild. Anyhow, So we did that rally. There was this lady, her name is Joanne. She's older than me. She drives a Lamborghini, and I did a lot of work with her, like security work for her parties in the Hamptons and other jobs, and drove her around, and just stuff I've done over the years. And she didn't come to my rally, which I was surprised. So I called her. I said, Joanne, what happened? Like, this is my first rally. You go to all these other car rallies. Wayne, I don't do any events that doesn't have a charity attached to it. So that makes sense. I'm not an event person. I've never thrown an event. This is my second rally. I don't do events. I just put this together because my friends seem to love this, and it's a good time. So I said, all right, that makes sense. So right after that rally, all my friends say, oh, we need another rally, another rally, another rally. I'm like, damn, okay, we're doing another rally. And these are local rallies. This is one across the country. So I said, we'll do a rally and we'll raise money for book bags and supplies. So I did a rally strictly for book bags and supplies, raised the money. Went around, after we raised the money after the rally, went around to the different neighborhoods, giving out the book bags and the supplies to kids in different parks. And that was cool. We raised enough to get 1,000 book bags that year. Right after that, again, Wayne, when's the next rally? When's the next rally? I'm like, all right, turkey drive. We're going to raise money for turkeys. I'm just thinking about like things that people do for charity. Do a turkey drive. We get enough money to get 600 turkeys, which to me was a lot. That's like, wow, 600 turkeys.
That sounds like that's not a lot.
Yeah, well, not where I'm at now. It's crazy. It's not even close. It was a lot for them, for sure. And on my last stop, now I wasn't just going around giving out turkeys because who doesn't want a free turkey? I had it organized, different churches, different schools. We spoke to different people who needs, and we started in Yonkers, did 2 places here, went somewhere on the Grand Concourse, went somewhere else. And our final stop was 117th and Pleasant Ave in Harlem, organized fully. And I'm standing back, just they're giving the turkeys out, and this lady walks by, and she has a turkey in her car, and she's crying when she walks by. And she's talking to herself. She's like, oh my God, thank God. I can't believe I wasn't even have a turkey on my table this year. This is such a blessing. And I hear her, and I'm watching, so I'm like, this lady's not even homeless. This is crazy. I was $23 this turkey. And I said to myself, I swear, I said to myself right there, another life-changing moment. Wayne, look how easy it was to raise the money to give out 600 turkeys. How many people are blessed? Like, look how crazy these people are going for these turkeys. You have to use your platform for that. Fuck everything else using your platform. Fuck the cars, fuck this. Use your fuck your business. I didn't say it like that, but I'm like, I'm doing bigger with charity than with my platform than I do with my business, truthfully. I really didn't get any business from social media. All my business was just referrals from me driving people.
Right.
So I said, I got to keep going. But I said, I can't keep doing these events because one, it takes a lot out of me, organizing them. It's a lot to organize everything. Listen, you're in the nightlife, you know what it takes. Right, but the logistics, then you're bouncing around, you gotta do this, do that, pay for everything, pray you get the money back because obviously it's for charity, so you have to get it back. Otherwise you're coming out of your pocket for everything, it's really no help. So I wanna go downtown and I wanna feed the homeless people, myself. I wanna go there with a snack tray, with a chair, one person, give them a good meal, like go to a restaurant, go to like whatever a dope restaurant might be, and pick out some food and give it to them. So this is December, and I'm sitting in a friend of mine's restaurant. It was Ricardo's. You remember there? Good restaurant, 110th Street. You should try it. Steakhouse. And I said, let's go buy a plate of it was like lobster ravioli or something like that. And we go downtown. We're looking for I don't know where homeless people are at this time. It's 12 at night. It's freezing cold. I don't know how to find a homeless. We find a guy, he's in a stoop, and I'm like, hey bro, I want you to sit up, here's a chair, here's a snack tray. And he's kind of like nervous, we were here in a Rolls Royce that night, so it was like a little weird, I'm popping out. It was like something out of a movie. It was like a setup, Yeah, it was like real like movie shit. Right, it could have been a setup, like what am I gonna do with this guy? And we sit him up, like, bro, eat, like wine, drink, everything, silverware. Feed him, cool, he's appreciated. He was like more in shock that I pulled up, and so he didn't really say, oh my God, thank you just made my day, but whatever, I didn't care. Yeah. I said, I gotta do this again. I went the next day, I got chicken, I think. I don't remember what I bought. No, pizza, I bought pizza. So I just started walking around Times Square, walking around places, finding homeless people, handing them slices, and I was in a train station, and this guy was zipped up in his sleeping bag, and he's like, nah man, I don't want no food. I couldn't see him. He goes, I don't want to open my bag. It's too cold. I can't let the air in. Wow. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Like, he's sacrificing eating because he can't, it's too cold. Get to another guy. He's like, oh, thank you so much. This is the first hot food I had in 9 months. I'm like, this is crazy. Wow. And I started doing it every day, going out with pizza, and every day I do it. I mean, on Instagram. Hey, guys, my friends, or whoever's out there, if you feel like You want to help out a person that can need help? Next time you eat out in the streets, go grab extra meal and hook someone up. Fast forward, I get a DM from some kid. His name was David from Sacramento. He goes, hey, do you have PayPal? I want to send you some money. I'm like, sure. Sends me money. I'm like, what the hell? I open it. It's $1,500. I'm like, I call him right back. I'm like, hey, bro, you sent me $1,500. He goes, yeah, I know. He was a 20-year-old kid, by the way, 21. Kid, little kid. I said, you know? He's like, yeah, I love what you do. Sacramento, I don't know, let's give him a hole in the wall. I'm like, you love what I do? I mean, I appreciate it, but you sure you want to give me $1,500? He goes, yeah. That felt so crazy, because every day I'm going out and spending like $150, $200 a year. Now, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, it's still the beginning of my business. It's not like I'm cranking. I can just spend $1,000 a week on food just to hand out.
Right.
I was like, wow, this is amazing, this $1,500. Holy shit, this is better than any check I could get. This is great. Thank you so much. Boom. 5 days later, I get another DM. It's this guy, Steve. He owns a restaurant downtown. I'm giving these names out because thank them, and hopefully somebody goes there. It's called Talasa. It's a Greek restaurant on Franklin Street in Tribeca. Hey, man, I know you don't know me, but I got 10 trays of food for you. Come down and get them right now. It was at 6 o'clock at night. You know how good that felt to me? That I didn't have to think when we go get food, sit there, wait for someone to make me a bunch of food. We have to beg with them to, hey, give me a discount because for the homeless. I said, are you serious? He goes, yeah. I said, 10 trays? 10 trays. He goes, yes. Holy shit. I go down there, I pick up the 10 trays. I'm in my Suburban. I pull up to like Penn Station. I open up the trunk. He goes, now I got pizza. Now I got like trays of food. I got to serve it.
It's a lot of shit.
Yeah, a lot of stuff, yes. So, serving food out the trunk. I got people coming out from Penn Station. They're coming to get food. And this one guy, this is kind of another defining moment with the streets. He's online, and he's got like earphones in. He got glasses on. He's dressed nice. I'm like, yo, dude, this is for homeless only. He goes, I gotta be homeless to be hungry? And I was tripping. He was like pissed. He's like, just because I'm not homeless, I can't be hungry? I'm like, wow. Yeah, absolutely. The fact that he's standing online to eat food out of my trunk says so much. And that like was another changing moment. So I'm like, wow, there's people here that can't even afford an extra meal. I mean, it's crazy. And then just built from there. I was doing it 5 days a week, 3 days a week. Then I went to 2 because it was just becoming too much. And we're 7 years deep in this. I mean, you have no idea the stuff I've done on 34th Street. You've seen it. You've seen some crazy. I've done some crazy. I've had a carnival on 34th Street, full-blown carnival. It was a celebration for like, it was our 4-year anniversary. I've had a concert on 34th Street. I've done a hell of a lot.
I think giving back, those moments are moments that, like buying a new car or getting something like that type of feeling that you get when you give back.
Different.
I feel like it's unmatched.
It's different.
It's different.
You're really blessing people, and if you actually sit back and realize what you're doing. You know, at this point for me, you get down there, there's 300 people online, there's 50 volunteers. It's just like, yeah, I'm used to it. But if you really realize, like, these people that are on that line really desperately need you every Wednesday.
Yeah.
Like, you might be in a desperate situation once in a blue moon where, like, I really need help for that, but like, it's every day they're desperate. And whether it's the homeless people or giving the kids the book bags because their family can't afford to go buy 5 new book bags for their kids at $30, $40 a pop, and they don't, because those are the same families that are online after they get out of work to get extra free meal. We're in the project, so we go give that stuff out. So when you sit back and you realize it, and you take it in, and you really can appreciate, like, wow, you're really helping. You
ever think about how many lives you've probably...
Oh, I don't think, but how many people come out and say, I've had homeless people, you've changed my life. These Wednesday nights, because it became a Wednesday night thing, have changed my life. I've even watched homeless people go from the night of the living dead since I met them to like almost normal people because I've connected with them and they have these relationships now with these volunteers. And other volunteers help other homeless.
Yeah.
They relationship. We come there, they might do more for them, and yeah, I mean, I'm blessed to be able to do it, and I'm blessed more than that to inspire other people to do it on their own. So many people DM me, Wayne, I did it over here, I did it in DC, I did it in Cali, I did it in Miami. And even right tonight, like, we might not make it tonight, might go another night, but there's still gonna be 40 or 50 volunteers that I didn't make one phone call tonight. Not one. They make phone call for the food, for nothing. They're gonna be there on their own, religiously, rain, sleet, or snow, and it's amazing.
It's very, very powerful, and I absolutely commend you for that, because that's real stuff. Now,
different.
I want to ask you, all right, we spoke about PCNY in the streets, and we spoke about, the concierge service. What would you say is your if you can bring it down to one moment, your favorite moment so far?
So far?
in the career of PCNY?
That's easy. I mean, in general, in overall.
I mean, if you want, yeah.
Well,
sure.
which were you got?
Because I was gonna say in the career of PCNY, but I would also like to know like
of what I've been, what PCNY has given me in a sense.
Like like what would you say is like a moment where it's like, damn, this moment was like I was on cloud 9 this moment, like my biggest high.
I got it. Because of my network and people I've met and relationships I had, you know, I'm in San Tropez on a monster yacht with my wife. You know, she's always dreamed of it, living this lifestyle over there that I had never done it on my own. I just had a friend, he took care of it. You know, Wayne, come out here, I got you, whatever. And it was just like, wow, this is all from PCNY. Like, I met this guy, we built a relationship, and the opportunity to come out here, and the whole week or 2 weeks we were out there, and Formula One out there, it was like, I can't believe this, you know. Fuck sitting in the grandstands, I was in the motherfucking pits, like, changing tires. And it was like a blessing that I was able to be there. You know, it's my boy. So the guy named is a designer, his name's Philip Klein, and he invited me out there.
I like how you just said it nice and quick. That ain't no light name, that's a heavy name.
That's my dog, love that guy, he's like my brother. He invited, and that like, I've done a lot. But just like, this is crazy. This what? In Formula One in fucking Monaco in the pits?
That's something you only see in the movies.
Yeah, I'm in the pits in Formula One. I was at his house. This is when me and my wife were divorced. I'm at his house, and I said, "Plan, you know, I told you I'm taking a Lamborghini when I get out here." Okay, Wayne, take it. I'm driving his Lamborghini Aventador through Monaco, through the tunnels where the Formula One guys drive. You know, that dream. Who doesn't want to dream to be in a Lambo through Monaco? I'm in a black Aventador. I'm like, I can't believe this. This is past any fuck driving to Vegas, fuck these rallies. This is Monaco in a fucking black Lamborghini Aventador in the middle of the summer, not a rental, a guy who's like king over there. You know, I'm like, you know, like I can and go to his store. Hey Wayne, by the way, go shopping. Here's, you know, $30,000 in credit. Make sure. I'm like, this is crazy. What the hell? How does this happen? I'm not even making that up. I'm telling you straight up facts. Like, this is not no made up shit. And that moment and the time with my wife on that boat with him, and it was like, this is crazy that I'm here. Like, how did this start for me driving Marcy to LaGuardia for $30 in 20-degree weather?
Yep. And it's very inspirational, and it's just, there's no way. I would ask you to put it into one word, but I don't know if you can.
It's just, you know, it's just a blessing. You know, meet these people and things that I love. That was just, bucket list. Go there, but go there and like really go there, and go there like and have a good time with people I really like. I really love. That dude's like for real. Like we have a bond, we're like brothers, like, best friends. Just he's over here, I'm there, just like, and it's like, wow, how did this even happen? Just, you know, who I am, who he is, and just my other relationships are similar. So that would be, just to tell you the truth, I've done a million other things. That was just, wow, this is crazy. Like, this is just, wow.
But that's amazing. That's very,
I mean, it was out in the house, too. So it's like, I mean, Brian, thank you. You know, my dogs, you know, owe you dinner. But yeah, so that increased that increased the fun of it.
That's extremely dope. That's a dope ass story. And to think, you know, you got it out the mud, like you said, like you didn't start off this way, but it built up to that. And I want to kind of segue into, you still, as a business owner, there's still a lot of shit that a lot of people don't see. Like perhaps they see the nice cars and stuff, but you also go through a lot of like business shit that you have to deal with.
That's the majority of it. The nice stuff is just, it's 85% stress, 15% you get to enjoy yourself. So when you do enjoy yourself, you really got to take it in.
Oh yeah.
You know, you're an entrepreneur, you know.
A lot of people
80% stress.
Yeah. It's
20% of the enjoyment when you can. So you really have to. That's why I remember that moment so well, because this was amazing to me. This is like, this is why I work so hard for a lifestyle like that.
Exactly.
Right.
It makes those moments
pays off to work hard and be blessed. And whether I was with him, if I did it on my own, I've done plenty of stuff on my own. You know, I worked so hard to have these cars. You know, I go out at night, I'm in this Lamborghini, I have my wife with me, and we're going to dinner. I'm like, man, I dream of having this beautiful woman by my side, being in this car. It's a dream. Go out to this nice restaurant. It's something I dreamed about. But, you know, that's just 3% of my life. The rest is stress.
Now, how do you cope with all the things that you have to deal with? Like, how do you, what keeps you motivated? What keeps you, what makes you, how do you deal with it? You do so many things. Like,
how do I deal with it? I mean, I love the hustle, and I always have something on the back burner going on. So I just know there's another challenge. So that's what it is. And the next challenge is, wow, is this really about to happen? Am I really doing something with this person, like, or this type of situation? So that's probably how it is. It's not that I'm just sitting in a body shop fixing cars or running rallies. There's always something bigger coming along where I don't expect myself to be, and I'm like, all right, let's see how this is gonna work. So there's really no downtime. Thank God. If there was downtime, I would be miserable.
Now, part of those tough moments, like I guess, you know, in the at least renting cars, right? Because PCNY also rents cars. So now I know a lot of people rent cars and they try to fake it like it's theirs or whatever, or they try not to bring it back, or like, I know you must have dealt with people like that. I saw the video on TMZ.
Okay, you see, you don't know nothing.
I want to
I'm sure
know.
you read
Talk
it.
to me.
If you have when I tell you this, I guarantee you're gonna be like, holy shit.
Talk to me.
You just see beef with this dude. You don't know what happened behind this whole time that made it so crazy. Whew. That guy put people's lives at risk. So Johnny Manziel rents a car from us. We had a friend who was his friend. We were friends with this guy who happened to be Johnny's friend that we used to
For
rent
those that
cars
don't
to.
know, Johnny Manziel, college football star. Yes.
This is when he was more popping and famous and
Yes.
popular, and he was lit and whatever. This 2015, I think this was 15, 16, something like that. And my friend's like, hey, we're gonna rent Johnny the car. It's through me. Don't worry about it. No insurance, down payment. He's good. Cool. He's good. You know, not like we've never done this before. No problem. Johnny Manziel. If something happens, we'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Rent him the car. This is in LA. I was in New York at the time, and my friend, was my partner over there, Mo, calls me 3 in the morning here, which is probably 11:30 over there, or 12, whatever. It's 2:40. I'll never forget I was sleeping. I forgot what I was. I was in a bunk bed. I don't know why I was in a bunk bed, but I was in a bunk bed. I just remember that I was in a bunk bed. It's weird, right? I was an adult in a bunk bed. He was like, good news and bad news. I'm like, all right, well, hit me with whatever. He goes, well, the bad news is the Benz is total. We had a brand new Benz, super hooked up. It was the new S550. He's like, it's total. I'm like, oh, okay. What's the good news? That's crazy. I'm trying to see.
This better be really good.
Yeah, this better be really good. He goes, Johnny Manziel did it, and he said he's to buy us a new car tomorrow if we let him go because he's drunk. I'm in the hills with him right now. He's fucked up, and this is the same week that he like beat his girl up. He had court on Monday, and I'm like, oh yeah, definitely. We're guys. Geico, of course. Maybe we're gonna not Geico, like normal life code. We're not gonna get this guy. We've all been there, drunk, and I mean, thank God I've never really been in an accident drunk and but you know, we've all done dumb shit, and you know, if we could help each other out, we would. So of course, obviously, he'll buy us a car tomorrow, whatever. The next day, I'm not tripping. No one got hurt, whatever. That happens. He leaves. The story comes out. Oh, Johnny Manziel was drunk. Him and there was another guy on the Cleveland team. I forgot his name. He was a wide receiver, and it was him and Johnny concocted the story up that you know they were in this accident, but neither of them were driving because the cops got there. There's no one on the scene. So we started dealing with the guy that hooked us up with Johnny. Hey, his name was Fats, piece of shit. And if anybody watches, you know him. You know who this guy is. I'm sure automatically. I'm not gonna go into details. I'm like, hey, bro, what's up with this insurance? You say you're going to be Johnny's insurance. You're going to, hey, oh, don't worry about it. We got you. Now 2 weeks go by, 3 weeks go by. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, this guy never bought the car. It went from him buying the car to we're giving you insurance. Sorry. Now we're doing insurance. Okay, let's do insurance. Yo, don't worry. We're going to take care of it. By the way, the car's sitting in our yard in L.A. It's hit on every side. It's
completely total.
I wish I had my phone so I could show it to you. You'd go crazy. You see it. Completely total. Every side of the car. The car didn't go on the highway, by the way. He was up in the Beverly Hills. In the hills. You ever been to the hills? The road's like
it's
super
like,
skid. Okay. He hit every side of the road. Front, back, side of the car. Airbags out everywhere. Cars just demolished. There's not even, you can't repair this car, right? Oh, it's crazy. I'll show you the picture when we're done here. So the car's sitting there. We're paying. Now we come to our first payment. It's $2,800 a month, the car. First payment, I'm like, damn, this is like, now I'm stressed. Yeah, this is crazy. This guy said he was doing the insurance, and now finally 2 months go by, we get this insurance paperwork.
We know that it's not easy to be on top of things as far as and then you wanted to show me the photo.
Yeah, I wanted to show
you. So we had to take a little break so you can show me the photo. This is how serious it must have been.
We're talking about Johnny Manziel.
I've never seen a car hit on all sides.
So yeah, sorry.
Unless it's like Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, this is Grand Theft. This is okay. Yeah, you. Grand Theft Auto, okay? Except on a brand new Mercedes. Sick. Hooked up, crazy, rimmed up, nice.
Oh,
like,
my goodness.
Really a nice car. Okay, so, and imagine giving it back to someone like that.
Yo.
Imagine giving someone
Where's
back
the rest of the car?
Imagine giving someone back their car like that, and you're like, yo, you hook me up, I'm gonna take care of you. Don't let me get in trouble with the police. I'll deal with you getting you a new car.
Yo.
So imagine I did him the favor.
The airbag.
All the airbags.
Yo.
Airbags on the floor. I never even seen an airbag on the floor.
Yo. Everything. Yo, how did he make it out of that?
So drunk, he was so lit. Yo, you didn't see the other way? This is not even done.
Oh my God. I didn't even know they made airbags in that part.
Right, on the floor. I never seen airbags on the floor.
Was he like ricocheting off the...
He was bouncing off walls or whatever. Yeah, exactly.
Yo.
Imagine giving someone back their car like that. Could you imagine giving someone back their car like that?
Like, oh, here you go, homie.
Yeah, here. And not only here you go and take care of me so the cops don't arrest me because I'm DWI and drugs and everything else is in my system. So
you cleaned up the situation for him.
Do him a favor, son, okay? So that's that. Do him a favor. 3 months, 2 months, 3 months, they give us insurance. Finally find out this guy Fats gave us fake insurance. They don't even know what the hell we're talking about, right? Because we kept saying, oh, we can't get in contact with him. Oh, this, you try this. He's just like beating around the bush, right? The story's gonna get crazy right now, crazy.
It's already crazy.
It hasn't even started. The crazy part hasn't started yet.
Oh.
5 months go by, 6 months go by, right? I'm trying to remember in the way of like the order of things happening. 6 months go by, we're paying the damn car. My partner Mo, he gets a car delivered to his house randomly in the middle of the night, middle of the day, whatever it was. We ship a lot of cars, it's another business we do. And this guy Fats used our account to ship his car personally to LA, but he used our account. So the truck driver thought it was, he just looked real quick, your name is on the account, not the guy Fats. So he's, oh, it's Mo's car. Whenever you see Mo, you know where the car's going. So he decides to drop this car off at Mo's house. The car was Fats' car. It was a GLE 53. Mo gets the car. He calls me, yo, they just dropped Fats' car off here. He's calling me, he wants the car. I'm like, we ain't getting no fucking car. Now, of course, he's like, of course we're not giving him the car. He goes, yo, there's like a credit card scammer in here. There's this, and all types of shit. This guy Fats is not a good guy.
My goodness.
Oh, whatever. So Fats shows up, yo, I need my fucking car. Please give him the car. Yo, sorry, he showed up. Give him my fucking car. Fuck you, this, that.
Oh, wasn't on
Bo's
like,
on the phone. No. Bo's on, yo, you crazy? Don't not play with me. Yo, Fats, I'm gonna call the cops. Yo, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. And you know what's in your car. You don't want me calling the cops. Hey, fuck you. Call the cops. Hey, police come here. There's a guy outside my door. Whatever. Now, the car was Fats, but it wasn't his name because Fats is a scammer. So, cops come. Yeah, that's my car. Show me paperwork. Well, no, it's actually someone else's. Oh, it's not your car. It's on his property. So, goodbye. Have a nice day. So I said, okay, Bo, I'm sorry, crying, whatever. Fats.
Now you want to cry.
Yeah, now okay. Fats, we're using this car to now generate money to pay for the other car until you, Johnny or whoever is going to deal with this this Benz. So Mo starts renting that car out so we can pay for our car. Fats is telling us she's making the payments on the car. Don't worry about it. Whoever's name it is fine. So Mo rents it to some gangbanger, Rolling 60 Crip gangbanger, okay? I don't even know what the Rolling 60 Crips are. No disrespect to them. I had no idea what that is until I got into this. I wake up, I go to sleep, I get a call, Mo. We got a problem. I'm like, oh my God, what now? What now? What now? Man? He goes, you know the Benz that we took from Fats? Well, I rented this guy, his name is Johnny Montana. He was like a rapper from South Central. He got arrested in it because the car's stolen. Oh. We got to get a lawyer for him, and we got to bail him out right now. And he had a gun on him too. Oh, I'm like, well, how's the car stolen? It's not stolen. He's like, well, it's coming from stolen. It's Fats' car. Get a lawyer. He's already did $7,500, send me money, whatever. Cool. Guy gets out of jail. I got to fly to Cali like the next week to try to like meet up with the gang members because they're fucking pissed. And now that their guy is in trouble because he just beat a murder charge and whatever. So we go to court with them. They remand him because he just got off of court. Now they're like, you fuck your lawyer. I'm like, I can't believe I'm in LA County Court right now. Part of me is just cold. Like, this is just, I haven't been in a courthouse since I was a kid doing dumb shit. Like, why am I in LA County Courthouse for this? Like, why am I here? I'm here because of Johnny Manziel. I have to remind myself, I'm here because of Johnny fucking Manziel. So we go to court, kid gets remanded. The gangbanger guy's like, listen, this is older dudes. You gotta get a different lawyer. This is the lawyer we want you to use. Here's the name, go get him. His name's Mark Garagos. Mark Garrigo's like Chris Brown's lawyer, Michael
nothing
Jackson's
cheap.
lawyer.
Ain't
Yeah.
nothing cheap about
So
that.
we go in there, we tell them the straight up story. Here's the story. We got the car for this guy. Long story short, we found out the guy wasn't making payments, so Mercedes reported the car stolen. Of course, he wasn't making payments. He's a scam artist. And we were renting and trying to get the money back for the car that Johnny told him apart. That's the truth. Okay, it's $50,000 retainer. Like,
Oh my God.
wait, for what? For what? The guy, I told you the car's not really stolen. The gun, that's his fault for having the gun. That had nothing to do with me. The car's not stolen. I mean, the car, it's just not paid for. $50,000 retainer. So the guy's like, yo, you gotta pay that. And they had 3 other cars of ours. It was a drama. I'm like, yo, this is crazy, bro.
Right.
This is like, now we're past anything normal. Now we're dealing with gangs.
Yeah.
We're dealing with like a guy in jail, a real person now is in jail, like straight up in jail. His mom's coming to court with us, his girlfriend's coming to court. Like, this is a whole another level of bad right now. Like, we're not dealing with, like, Johnny's bad, this is worse. Okay, we come with we don't come with the whole money. We come with, like, I think 23,000. We give it to him. Like, all right, well, that should hold them over now. I start coming back and forth to court with them. They just keep pushing it. I keep sitting there with the mom. I'm watching him come out the back. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. They still have 2 cars of ours. I'm like, I can't believe I'm involved in this. And again, I keep saying to myself, Johnny, you fucking Manziel. And I keep texting Johnny, like, yo, you're fucked up. You guys in a situation. He's like, fuck you.
He's saying that to
yeah,
you?
here's what he said. I wish I had the text. He said, fuck you. I was like, oh, fuck me. And he's trying to get in the league at this time. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I start posting the text message on Instagram. Fuck this guy. Now people are like, oh shit, this shit is crazy. It goes viral like a motherfucker. Everybody, oh my God. His coach starts calling people, yo, what the hell's going on, Johnny? And his agents call people, oh, Johnny owes money. Now we start talking to his dad. Well, this is a situation, I'm not giving him no money. I'm not paying for that car. Like, oh, what? And then he says, well, Wayne, why don't you just use your insurance and we'll figure out my insurance. We can't because you crashed the car. It went viral. People know you were in the car. It's on TV, whatever. I'm like, this is crazy. While we're dealing with that, we get the guy out of jail. We got finally the lawyer convinced the DA, like, listen, he really explained to me exactly what happened. Like, the guy had the gun on him, that's on him, but like that car, the only reason he had the car was because he took it from a guy, Johnny, and after 5 months, he's out of jail. But drama, okay? Drama, like uncomfortable, dealing with these people, it's not fun. I had to call my friend, Steve LaBelle?
Yeah.
Steve LaBelle, he knows everybody. I'm friends with Steve. Yo, Steve, I got a problem with these rolling 60 Crips. So who is it? I'll call my guys. I'm calling him because this is serious.
Yeah, no, it's no
this
joke.
This is gang, real gang, not like 6ix9ine gang, like this gang. So I called Steve at some point just to like, yo, let me know who we got to talk to, and then I'll calm it down and whatever. So it got to that point, and again, it goes back. This is because of Johnny Manziel.
Oh.
So we get through that. I never want to see this guy ever again. I hate this fucking guy. I get a phone call. My brother gets a phone call that this guy is down at the Trump Hotel, and hey man, I'm with Johnny Manziel, and can we rent the Lambo and the I-8 or whatever.
You got that call?
My brother did. My brother calls me. Yo, Johnny Manziel's down at the Trump Hotel, and they want to rent 2 cars. Bet it's 9 in the morning. I go down there, 9 a.m. I wait. I have my brother come down with the cars. I'm waiting there, 9 a.m. I'm sitting across the street in a Honda. I'm like, my body's like shaking. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot this. I don't have a gun. I'm like, what am I gonna do? I'm jumping in front of Soho, and the security's gonna follow. I don't even know. I'm just like shaking because this guy really stole $170,000. Like, didn't give a fuck. And then we went through crazy on the Instagram and called me a drug dealer and all these guys. It just got so crazy. I mean, bad. So I'm standing there, 12 o'clock comes, 1 o'clock comes. Some kid comes out, takes the car, it wasn't him. I'm watching on the GPS, it's running around the city, I'm like, whatever. He comes back 6 o'clock at night. I'm still sitting there, right? The other car leaves, another kid got in the car. So both cars are gone. I never saw Johnny get in the car. I'm like, he must be in the hotel. It's 7 o'clock, it's 8 o'clock. I'm like, damn, he just never came out. So I go down the end of the street, my boys pull up. I'm just telling them what happened. I'm just like, I'm so tired. I sat there from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. talking to them. All of a sudden I hear a lot of Johnny. I'm like, I look back. I'm like, oh shit. It's fucking coming out of the hotel. Fuck. I don't even know what to do. Like, what do I do? I'm like, I've been here all day. I don't have the energy. I don't have the anger I had earlier. I mean, I'm pissed, but I'm 10. So I'm like, fuck it. I see him get in the truck. I get right in the middle of the street. Stop. He's like, he's not expecting me there, obviously. Now he's bugging out. We've been harassing each other like nonstop. Like, and anytime, I didn't even, Yo, I didn't even tell you this one. This is really before that happened. I'm in Miami. My boy calls me, yo, Johnny's in the club. I'm in another club. He's in, whatever that, Mr. Jones before it was something else, whatever. I'm like, he's there? I'm coming. I come to the club. My boy's there. He's friends with the DJ. I say, tell the DJ, shout out PCNY. I see you, Johnny, in the building. Swear and everything. I forgot about this. This is before the Soho shit. Yo, tell him, shout out PCNY. Johnny, I see you. Swear on my life. Yo, big shout out for PCNY. He wants to say Johnny Manziel. He sees you. I see Johnny dipping out.
Yo, poor DJ.
Swear on no idea. He thinks this is cool. He's my friend had no idea. My friend like does not know a clue what's going on. I'm like, yo, Pizza Boy, yo, tell him, shout out Johnny Manziel. PCNY is in the building. Okay? And I'm talking about me and this guy been going, our text message call, fuck you, you know, deal with that lawyer. It was nasty. So he's leaving. Oh yeah, you're leaving? I walk out too. I'm by myself because I was in another club with my friends. Yeah. I just dipped out. I'm just, this guy's here.
Gotta do something.
Yeah, I'm fucking a few drinks here. I'm this guy. He goes out. He happens to have my boys in security. They had Samoan friends of mine that just, I know them.
Yeah.
He gets in the Sprinter. He has my friend Sprinter randomly. You know, I know people, that's my business. I open the door. No. Yeah, I open the door. Get the fuck out. Now, he's expecting the security to throw me out, but they're not. I'm friends with them.
Yeah.
Yo, what's going on? Yo, Johnny, get the fuck out of the car right fucking now. Get the fuck out. Yo, leave. I know the driver. Chill, don't leave. You ain't going nowhere. But at a certain point, it was like, all right, what's going to happen here? Yeah. So the guy's like, wait, chill. So that stops. And now imagine, if that's the last time you see me. Now you see me pull up in front of the sofa. Get the fuck out of the car.
You're like a nightmare.
A nightmare, right? So now I got my boy pulls up in the Escalade to block the truck off. And on the Escalade, you see the P on the Escalade. So you see me, the P, whatever's sitting there, right? Get the fuck out of the car. I'm trying to be cool because now I see this TMZ, there's cameras. I don't want to get in no trouble. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm the one to get in trouble. He's not. He's a celebrity. He'll be, this is the guy harassing me. Like, I don't want to get arrested in the city. You don't want, right. So I'm not going to start yanking on the door. I'm not going to do that crazy Britney Spears looking shit.
That's exactly what I was thinking of just now.
Right. That's the camera. I'm like, I said, yo, he got to get out the car. The security, come on. I said, I don't want to leave, man. He got to get out the car. So now my boy is sitting in the Escalade. I'm like, he's like, yo, bro, I'm a dip. I don't want to like catch a charge of like keeping someone against their will, which I'm like, yo, dip. My other friend is there. He got like a Hellcat. So he's sitting there. All of a sudden you see the Hellcat pull up. P on the license plate, no nothing else. He blocks the truck because they thought they were gonna leave. So my boy pulls up, the truck was about to pull off. Another car blocks him. Okay, P's all over, whatever. I'm like, he needs to get out, and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to get my friend in trouble either. I'm like, you know what? Just pull over, bro. Like, just let this fucking clown go. Next day he texts me. He goes, oh, you was gonna shoot me in Soho? Huh? You was gonna shoot me? I'm like, shoot you?
What a setup.
Shoot you, bro? I want to talk to you, so I get my fucking money already. And so if you're gonna rent cars, do it the right way, because the bottom line is shit can get real. And when I say real, really real, okay? Yes, people can get hurt in your car, but it can also be some shit that you never expect in a million years that turns into some wild, crazy, like, and I never want to rent cars ever again. And the way I do it now is like other people's cars are rented out, everything's legit. I would never think from the day we let you slide. You are going to jail. And Johnny, I got no problem with you now. You are who you are, I am who I am. So if you see this, your friend sent it to you, unless you want it, like that's on him. We're cool. I've seen you out. You don't know that.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
See, I'm past all that, bro. It is what it is, and you had your life then. I had my life. It's over. So
it is what it is. Yo,
it is what it is. Live and learn, right?
That sounds like it could have been made into a movie, bro.
It was very close to it. I mean, there was one more step with these Crips that would have been.
Yeah, it could have been.
That LA shit is no joke. That being like, going to those courthouses, see, it's like, with the kid's mom. He's in jail. Watch him get walked out.
Yeah.
And in her eyes, it's our fault.
Yeah.
We gave him a stolen car.
Yep.
You know how ill that is?
Yeah, that's no joke.
You know how ill that is to sit next to the mother?
Yo.
Like, to sit next to the mom and think, like, yeah, you gave my son a stolen car. Like, piece of shit you guys are. And that's not the truth. I'm trying to explain to her what it is, and she don't even, what? Like, it's like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're going to figure this out.
But shouts to you for, being a stand-up dude and making sure that situation was taken care of. You know? That's wow. And I'm pretty sure that you have crazier stories than that. I wish I could get all the stories from you, but unfortunately I can't because I don't have the time. But I definitely would like to ask you, even if it's off camera. But I wanna switch gears just a little bit, and I want to dig into your mindset, the mindset of the serial entrepreneur. A million people start businesses every day. People start stuff, things don't work out. Things worked out for you. What would you say is the common denominator that a serial, quote unquote, serial entrepreneur has that separates them from the successful ones from the unsuccessful ones?
It's so simple. It's two things. Learn from your mistakes so you don't repeat them. And you just gotta grunt. You just gotta, no matter how tough it gets, you just gotta stay focused. And that's it.
Now I want to switch gears a little bit, and I want to talk about, you know, your entrepreneurial mindset and your hustler mindset, the serial entrepreneur that you are. A lot of people, they start businesses and things don't go the way that they expected. A lot of people fail. A lot of people start things and it just doesn't work out. Now, you started a business and it flourished and it's flourishing.
It's not true.
It's not true?
It's not true. I was one of those people that almost crash landed, and I say it with a pun because of the situation. My brother and I got robbed for almost $1 million in 2015. It was our 5th year anniversary. We were buying a jet. We were making a decision on our anniversary. We were going to buy this Ferrari Testarossa to celebrate. I was going to buy it, or we go in on this deal on this jet that's supposedly to be this amazing deal, and we ended up getting scammed. Wow. And we took all of our money that we had at the time. I think we had like $300,000 saved up, or $250,000, in that area. We put it all into, we had a partner, and we partnered up, and we put all our money that we had into this jet, and it was supposed to be this amazing situation, and one of our friends / business people, I'll say his name because if you know him, he's a piece of shit, Moshe Mahmoud from M2 Jets, piece of shit guy. He puts us into a situation with this jet that he already knew that he was managing for someone else. Long story short, the jet flew 3 times. It was a piece of shit. It was like some American Greed shit. He just had to get it out of the hands of the other guy because the other guy was pissed that Moshe gave it to him.
Yeah.
So whatever it took to sell this jet and not tell the truth, and all this cover up they did, because when you talk about airplanes, there's so much rules and regulations, and these guys did so much dirty shit that it is ridiculous. That plane never should have taken off, and whatever. Fast forward, we lose all that money, 300 grand, right? Then my friends, my partners who had a ton of money, like, oh, we're gonna fix the plane. Because the whole thing is the planes kept needing fixes. Every time a fix came up, 90 grand, 70 grand. I'm like, oh, this is crazy, bro. We don't have it like that.
Adds up, man.
Hold on. A year goes by, we're dealing with this plane right now still. My partner's like, nah, we're gonna get this plane going, we're gonna make it run. It's not that it wasn't running, there's just so much to do with it. So one more time they say, guys, the wings are leaking, we gotta redo the wings. I'm like, Dave, George, love you guys. Fuck this plane. I don't have any more money. There was $300,000 to fix it. And it's not 300 like you come pay a little time. You really have to hand $300,000 to them, and that's how you're gonna fix your plane. This is big boy shit now.
Yeah.
I don't have 300, well, we split it. I don't have $150,000. I'm telling you straight up. And if I did have 150, I'm not paying to fix this plane because I'm tired of this plane. It's fucked up. Let's call our losses. And they're like, no, we're partners. You're gonna do that? No, that's not how it goes. And I'm like, oh my God, partnership. They go, we'll lend you the money. And we're gonna set up not like, hey, lend this money, pay back. Like, we're gonna set up a real lending paperwork. Like, you're really gonna pay interest. I'm like, my brother's like, yo, we gotta do this way. We're gonna fix this plane. I'm like, oh my God, this is so crazy. Long story short, borrow the money, plane takes off, lands in Bermuda somewhere. They ground it again, and completely get back with a ferry permit, and don't even ask. So that was a waste of money. So we 300. So we put like, between the both of us a little more than $1 million, and I had no money. Now I'm running a business, a car service. Car service, you don't get paid. You get paid usually 60 days in these corporate companies, every 69 days. Yeah. So now I don't have money to pay these drivers because we lost all of our capital is in this plane. I'm depressed. My brother's depressed. This is supposed to be like this. We got that plane thing. Oh my God, the networking we're about to do. We're about to be hanging out in private airports. Hey, we got to land the job. Hey, let's go to lunch in Maryland real quick. Jump on my jet. Like, what? You have a jet? Like, holy shit. Who is this concierge service? We thought through the world we're going to be out of here with this one. And the complete opposite happened. We became depressed. And like you were saying, I could have just quit. Both of us could have quit. We were so depressed. We had no money. Drivers, we owed them so much. We were lucky that they were still working. We were like, we're going to get money. We're going to figure it out to pay you. I was, doing whatever it took to get money. There wasn't even any ways I could get extra money so easily. And, it was either quit now and just call it a wrap or keep pushing. And that's the difference. But I brought the whole story up just to really see how deep I was in it. That's the difference. It was, all right, we're just going to stay focused. I have no money. I just have enough to pay rent and live. There's no going out. There's literally no going to dinners. There's none of that. None. No dinners, no nothing. Straight year. Just to be able to pay a year. Just so I could be able to pay my drivers. Like any money I had, anytime money came in, paying the drivers. You know, every 60 days I had to tell the companies, hey, you pay me a little earlier, pay the drivers. And it was depressing. I went from, all right, we're doing good. We're celebrating our 50th anniversary. Wow, this is how we celebrate our 50th anniversary, by getting the biggest scam.
Wow.
So the two things is learning from your mistakes. Now, that was probably the best thing that happened to me, because losing all that money, I say no so much now, it's ridiculous. For me to say yes, it takes a lot, especially when we talk big, you know, whatever business you're gonna do, because I've learned so much and how you can lose it so fast. You really gotta check things out. If you don't feel 100%, fuck it, it ain't worth it. For me, other people get lucky in life, they catch deals left and right, but what I've learned for me, and yeah, so you gotta learn from your mistakes, which I've learned a lot, and I think that even though I lost so much money there, you know, losing that taught me so much. You know, it was a tough lesson, and just keep pushing ahead. Because I've had other things. I just go back to the plane. I'm like, we lost all that money in the damn plane. Like, that's nothing what we're dealing with now. So those are the things I think for an entrepreneur. When you get down, you just got to stay focused, and you know you'll get past it. If you really have it in you. Some people don't. It's not easy.
It's no easy. Joke, and I definitely agree with you, because there's been a lot of times in my career where I'm like, damn, is it worth it? Just keep going, keep pushing. So that I'm glad you said that, and it's very motivational. I'm glad, you know, people are gonna hear that. What do you think you would be doing in your life if PCNY didn't work out?
Oof. Well, if PCNY didn't work out, shit. What would I be doing at PCNY? I don't know. Shit. What would I be doing? I mean, well, you can't say if PCNY didn't work out, because there's so many dynamics, so there's so much different ways I was getting income. It's not just through the course, so I really could never, not to say like that, because I wasn't just one trick pony. I was doing so many different things. The income was always coming, so really how could, you know, I was able to survive, and so I don't know if you could say it didn't work out.
Well, obviously you have passion. You're passionate about cars and stuff like that. What I'm saying, right? Like if you,
I can never have a day job. I'll tell you how much. And it's funny. Okay, so when I started my business, I was working for myself, and things were slow. Oh, when the jet happened, yes, this is kind of like when PCNY. Okay, when the jet happened, when things were bad, I was thinking about getting a job. I tried to get a job. That's right, tried to get a job. And I'll never forget, I woke up and I had to go to report to someone. I forgot what the job was. It was something like, I'm like
a 9 to 5?
Yeah, it was a 9 to 5. It was a job. I don't remember what it was, but I was going to go work for somebody. At the same time, still running the business, but I have no money to pay these drivers. I have no money for myself. And I was like, wait, I can't do this. I can't go to work. I haven't worked for somebody in 5 years. I cannot go to work for someone. So I felt that already when PCNY, I guess you could say, it didn't work out because of the plane. It put me in a position where I couldn't just rely on PCNY. I had to get a job, and whatever it was, I just focused harder on other things, and we got past it. But yeah, so it just, I almost didn't work out. And I was so no way of going back to working for somebody. Just didn't even know how.
It's part of motivation, right? Like,
I was like weird. I worked for somebody for 10 years before that, before PCNY, I had an office job. But this time I was like, wait, how could I wake up because someone else wants me to wake up? Haven't done that in forever, so.
Wow, so you have this company and you have a fleet of cars that, you know, concierge serve, whether it's land, sea, or air, right? Connected all the way to Asia, to Europe and stuff like that. Like, how do you grow such an extensive network? I guess it's just from meeting people, I guess, right?
Yeah, from meeting people and keeping it real with people and doing good business. Never expecting anything from anybody, just doing your job.
That's one of my favorite things to say. One of my favorite. I tell Abby that all the time. Listen, I don't expect anything from anybody, because once you start expecting like, oh man, this is gonna help me out, it just lets you down, and
yeah, absolutely. Just never expecting anything from anybody. Just your head is down, you're just working, and the things will happen. Doesn't mean that you become rich all of a sudden. Things will happen, and you have to keep doing what you're doing. And when you turn around and look back, like, oh shit, I'm way further than I was a few years ago, because I just keep my head down, and you don't really even realize it. And I'll tell you, I'm sure 4 years ago, you're way ahead than you were 4 years before.
Yeah.
And you don't even think about it. You're like, how much growth you have, and you're not thinking because you're just focused. I'm not expecting anything. I'm just gonna work, and naturally, it's just progressing. You're meeting new people and new deals and new situations. So
they say that when you love what you do, you don't really work a day in your life.
100%.
Do you agree?
No, without a doubt. Oh, without a doubt. I even love the stress part. It's fun.
So now you have so many things going on. What's next?
We got something crazy going on.
Yeah, you can't say it
yet. I won't say it because I don't want to jinx it, but
I believe in.
I'm gonna give a hint.
Okay.
And I won't say names.
You don't have
to. I kind of mentioned it to you, but whatever. But I get a call from my friend. This is like 3 weeks ago. He goes, yo, Wayne, we on the bikes. Yo, please do me the favor. I'm with so-and-so. Can you open the garage? We're in the city. Can you open the garage so we put the bikes away, dirt bikes? I'm like, it's pouring. I'm like, yeah, bet. Give me like 2 hours. I'll roll up over there. Well, I got you guys. All right, we're going to be over here. It was pouring. Go in there. It's my boy. He's with a bunch of other dudes. And we put their dirt bikes away. And the next week they come back to get them. And the main guy was there. He's like, yo, this spot is fucking dope. What is this? I was like, it's a car dealership, but like, you know, where your bikes are, it's like our event space. Like this huge ass place. Like, yo, this is sick. I have an idea for this. Would you be open to doing a studio here? And long story short, we've been in talks about this, and it's gone to a point where it's like, wow, I can't be about to do this as a part. I was originally rented to this person, and we've taken the studio into this full 20,000 square foot creative space with a podcast room, a video like green screen room, a 10 to 15 chair like screening room, a sound stage, the whole 9 yards.
Like a multimedia center.
Yeah, but on a high level and like overlooking the water and just crazy shit where you can pull your car up into your studio inside. Okay, and this is a high level person, and we have this going on. So it's like if this happens, geez, this is just changes a whole other way I'm going. Like even with Blind, it just changed my level of like the people I'm dealing with. But like now I'm doing other things I was never doing before because I met him and he trusts me in the same thing. Now I'm with this situation. I connect dots with people where now I'm just I love it. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I might need to rent out the studio, that multimedia studio for a little bit, man.
It's gonna be crazy.
Have some podcasts in there.
Crazy.
No, that's fine, and I can tell that you're very excited about that, and that's very dope.
So that's on the horizon. Next year, that's it. I mean, Formula One next year in Vegas. We're gonna do a big thing out there. Me and Blind.
He just says it like it's so light. Like, is that Formula One?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. Yeah, it's huge. You know when you're in the mix, but you're already like, yeah, you're DJing for all these people. It's so light. You got this club. They're looking up to you like you're the one making everybody dance. Like that's huge. You're making people have fun, right?
Yeah.
But to the average person, like, that's so crazy. This guy is because of him. We're having fun. And so when you're in it already, you're like, oh, that's great. But yeah, it is big. Me and him are doing a big rally. We're just going to do the first time my name and his name collabed on his clothes, finally. And so that's for 23 Formula One. Rally, sick, out of control. LA from his house. He's building a mansion in LA, some crazy mansion. Rally from his house to Vegas, crazy party. And
well, I want to experience a rally one time. I've never been to one.
It's a good time. If you like cars, if you don't like cars, it might not be that fun. But that's the epicenter is the cars.
I mean, I don't know too much about cars, but I know when I see a nice car, I'm like, damn, that's a fucking nice car.
Okay, yeah.
You know?
So, yeah,
no,
like,
that's dope.
They meet good people. You know, I mean, I don't know if they're good. Some of them aren't good, but you meet people that all have a story, all have how they got there. Most of these guys are from the mud. Most of the guys I'm around are not has a hand. If they did, it is what it is. But so you really get inspired by these guys as well. That's the one thing I love about it. The guys I roll with, they don't like ride around like dickheads. They all sweatpants, sneakers, and go to work and bust their ass. And
I'm glad you said that. You know that it's inspiring because that's the reason why I call this interview series the Elephant Pick, because my moniker is the elephant in the room, and obviously you know what the elephant in the room means, right? Yeah. Like something awkward, something that people don't want to address, something that's big, whether you want to ignore it or not, it's there, and that's how I feel in my career that. Whether you want to ignore it or not, you're going to feel my presence when I'm on that stage. And that's why I call this Elephant Pick, because your presence is felt wherever you go, you know? And at the same time, your story, somebody hearing your story, if it motivates at least one person,
I'm good.
For me, that means a lot to me.
One person.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes.
You know, so and it's dope, you know, that you have that mindset, and I applaud you for that, and thank you for having us here.
Thank you.
I know you got a million one stories. If there's anything you want to say before we wrap things up.
Thank you. I don't really have. Let's see. Oh shit! It's already 9:30.
It's late. I know.
My brother actually would love to have you guys come down to the streets.
No, we definitely want to do that. So we might have to do like a part 2 and pull up on you.
Yeah, you have to, because it really, when you see it, and you're like, yo, this is crazy. Like, it just kind of really closes everything up. And you see, this is different. Like, it's one thing to talk to me, but then to see this situation with these streets, like, how? What were we just talking about? Ferraris, and now we're in the street. And
I love that. I love that. That's really dope. Do you want to shout out your Instagram or anything like that?
Shout out my Instagram.
Shout the gram out, bro. Come on.
PCNY is my Instagram. PCNY in the
Yes.
streets. PCNY No Limit. We have a body shop here in Yonkers. We also do wraps, anything for insurance. What else do we do? Again, the charity work that's every Wednesday night. If you want to come down, give out sneakers, clothes, food, just want to come down and support or see it, or if you just want to repost it for other people, believe me, these people need your help. And I know there's so many charities and so many other people to help out. This is my lane. So if anybody says, oh, why do you help the homeless? Why do you do the kids? That's my lane. The homeless is my lane. That's what I like to do. I love helping people out. I've done a sneaker drive recently with a whole bunch of different people. I've done something with Jim Jones recently. I did something with my friends on Moxford. I did something with Kiss the other day. So I'm constantly doing stuff and inspiring them too. I don't know if you've seen Jim Jones' page the other day when he's like, oh, I got these sneakers out. I don't know if you follow him. I got these sneakers out here in Miami. I left the whole pack. That's me. I'm outside every day. Love you, Jim. I know it. That month, I'm outside giving sneakers out every day. I had about 1,000 pairs of New Balance here. And in 4 weeks, I gave them all out. And, like, you know, Jim, I've done something. Yeah, I probably got inspired. Like, fuck it. I see Wayne doing it. And I love that when those guys get inspired, because he's big giving. But I'm consistent with it.
I love that.
I don't know how I got there, but.
In any way that I can help you in the charitable works, I'm here. 100%. Absolutely. Like, right. I'm here.
Camilo actually spun on 27th Street when I did so imagine it's 27th Street, you're young, that was the tunnel back in the days.
I've heard a lot of stories about the tunnel.
Okay, so when I had the carnival that night, which was my celebration of 4 years giving back, so we brought all the homeless people over there, had the rides, the stilt walkers, this, that. Camilo pulled up on 27th Street and started DJing for the street. So we had this vibe, it was cool. So, you know, listen, you come down, this is what you do, that's what, you come down, bring a vibe to the streets. These people were once in clubs, some of them once had lives, and when we do have music and it's a vibe, they get into it, they're dancing, they're having fun, and I would love that.
No, for sure. We could definitely figure that out.
And the weather's getting warm.
Hey, and last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, before we wrap it up with Mr. Wayne Schneider over here at PCNY, if you owe somebody money, pay them the fuck back, ladies and gentlemen, or it can turn into a whole different odyssey, a whole different story. So pay people back. Wayne, thank you.
Pay people back.
Elephant Pink.
They say when they need money, it's like a super emergency. But when you need it back, they play hide and go seek.
That's a fact. Wayne Schneider, we out of Elephant Pink. It's a wrap.